What's up, guys? It's Island Guy 99, and today I want to talk about you will go through sabotage as an attractive man, especially if you are not in the best environments, especially in a lot of corporate environments. You're not gonna have the best time, or you're not gonna have the easiest time like other people. And sometimes in my life, I wondered, like, why am I treated differently than others? As an attractive person, I wondered, like, why did, like, the normal person or the normal Joe get, like, um, regular respect? He got respected, he went through things without problems. I'm not saying that normal people don't have problems. I'm saying that it's a different kind of problem for normal people and attractive people. Normal people can easily blend in society. They can get jobs a little bit more easily. They can form relationships a little bit more easily. They can hang around at parties a little bit more easily. They're just gonna blend in and go to events, and people accept them. People are fond of them. You know what I mean? Like, regular smuggler Joes, like, they're accepted because they don't blend in. I mean, I'm sorry. They're accepted because they blend in, right? There's nothing about them that's really threatening. But, like, when you are an attractive person, people aren't going to be fond of you a lot of times. People aren't going to accept you in social groups, right? People aren't going to accept you in corporate environments because you stand out. You don't blend in easily. You're going to be met with more friction and, not the best environments, because you're coming in and they already don't like you, so you're kind of at a disadvantage the first time you go in. It's like you're starting from level -10, and the average Joe is starting at level 0. So literally, it's like you're already at a disadvantage. But it's like, once you set yourself up financially, like, once you um, get out of those environments and you get into better environments, then that's when people start to treat you better, because, oh, okay, he's a rich, attractive guy, right? So they're used to people that are rich. People that are in very nice environments are used to attractive people. They're used to beautiful women. They're used to it. It's an energy. So usually the environments that are not so good, maybe like the hood, environments like, just your regular Joe 7-Eleven, they're not going to be very accepting of very attractive people, women or men. Probably more so women than men, because, a lot of environments are still, attractive women are everywhere. So it's not really much of nothing. They still face problems. Attractive women face problems, but it's not as much as the attractive man, because the attractive man is more rare. You don't see attractive men everywhere, because especially if you're an exotical attractive man, you're very rare. You're like one in a million in certain environments. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people are going to find ways to sabotage you in certain environments because you stand out. You know, People sabotage things that they perceive as better than. They sabotage people that are a full package. Like if you're strong, smart, good looking, you're a triple threat. You're basically a triple threat. And people don't react normally to triple threats. So if you have like a combination of traits, if you're smart, you're attractive, you're physically in great shape, they're not people aren't going to treat you the best. You're going to be met with more friction because a lot of people are not that way. A lot of people blend in. A lot of people fit the norm. But when you're attractive, you don't fit the norm. So that's why people sabotage you, so that they get a feeling of superiority. They get a feeling of power when they sabotage an attractive person. I can personally say in my own life that even when I was working under someone I know very well, I was at my payroll job, and the someone that I know very well that I was working under, he'd always find a reason to start something with me. He would say sly comments. He would say, "Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you buying this food? You can buy better food." You know, he would say just stuff to try to like gaslight me, like, "Oh, um, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, you guys." But like he would try to say like, "Oh, I want you to do this. You know, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" You know, he just tried to make me feel bad. He said, or sometimes he try to kick like the air mattress that I was laying on. Like he'd like do it a couple times, and I'm like, this guy does not want me to succeed. This guy wants to make life as hard as possible because he was jealous of me. You know, because I was independent, I had the freedom. I had freedom. And he was jealous of that. He was jealous of my attractiveness. He was jealous of how I moved independently, how I didn't need him, how I didn't fully rely on him. He was mad at that. So he tried to make my life basically a living hell. And he was like, "I'm going to do this. If, you know, why do you keep doing that? You can do this." You know, like he would try to gaslight me or say, "Oh, you look like this. Oh, you're like this." You know, stuff like that. And he would just say just petty stuff. You know, he'd be like, "Oh, I know you're not this way," or stuff, just like petty stuff, man, honestly. Like I don't get into details because it's actually trauma response. I'll be honest here. Like if you guys are looking for a response, that's trauma. When I can't fully say what he said, that's kind of like my body kind of rejecting what he said, because my body knew it was bullshit. But anyway, he was just being a pain in the ass, basically. But I'm just here to tell you guys that like that's what's gonna happen when you're very attractive. They're gonna find any way to make your life harder because you're attractive. They're gonna find a way to knock you down a peg or knock you down, take it. They want you to take it down a notch, even though you're just being yourself. Like that's what a lot of attractive people experience. They experience a lot of people trying to take them down or like trying to belittle them, when really like the attractive person isn't trying to be cocky. They just are who they are. They're like, "Oh, he thinks he's better than us." Ma'am or sir, that's what you think. I see myself as a normal human being. I'm just here to live my life experience. But no, you want to take it like, oh, I'm better than you because I'm more attractive than you are. That's what it really comes down to, as to why people like to sabotage attractive people. Because they think that you're better than them, they're gonna they basically are giving you a compliment in a way. And maybe not in a way of like, oh, you look very attractive, but they're gonna like be like, oh, like, who does he think he is? Or they're gonna just try and give you like an attitude, because basically it's a compliment saying you look better than me. It's a compliment saying you're too good to be here. Like, they're basically, in a way, they're indirectly like gassing you up. So that's kind of how I take people's attitudes or people acting weird. They're gassing you up, bro or sis. They give me that glare, that jealous glare, or that sizing me up. You're gassing me up, bro. You're doing me a favor. You're being like, man, this guy, I'm gonna give this guy a hard time. You're like, man, you a pretty boy. Boy, you broke. You pretty, but you broke. You're giving me a compliment when you say that. Even though it's not the nicest of words, it's not, you know, peaches and cream when you say it, but dang, you're giving me a compliment. You're like, oh man, you a white boy. Especially if you're mixed race or you're light skinned, oh man, they're gonna go crazy on you. Especially, and I've heard that people that are monoracial, meaning like they're just regular black or they're regular white, they give, oh my gosh, some of them give light skinned attractive people a very hard time. And I'm light skinned with green eyes. People gave me a hard time because a lot of people aren't attractive. That's what it comes down to. But like, people are gonna find a way to sabotage you any way they could. Any way they could. They're gonna find a way to sabotage you. But you gotta take it like, oh man, like, I've seen this before. It's whatever. They can think whatever, but I know who I am at the end of the day. Like, that's how you have to carry yourself as an attractive person. Like, even though they sabotage you and they say all this shit, you gotta be like, man, these people ain't got nothing on me. You're gassing me up. Basically, you're doing me a favor. You're telling me I'm the GOAT. When you glare at me, when you give like, oh, you're a broke boy, I'm like, why are you saying that I'm broke? Why are you saying that I'm a pretty boy? Why are you saying that I'm broke? He's like, yeah, you're handsome, but you're broke. But you're gassing me up. You're just gassing me up, bro. That's all that is. You're just gassing me up. And basically, gassing you up means like they're encouraging. They're like, hey man, you got the sauce. That's basically what they're doing. They're indirectly acknowledging you, and they're saying, man, this dude got the sauce. He got the juice and he got the sauce. That's what they're saying. But like, that's what's gonna happen. And you gotta just be strong. You gotta be, and I don't want to say strong because, I acknowledge that, some people have trauma. I know I have trauma, but you just gotta keep it pushing, man. Honestly, you just gotta keep going, keep living your life, bro, sis. Keep living your life. Because at the end of the day, you can't let people control how you live your life. How you live your life is up to you. You got to decide on the inside and say, like, how do I want my life to be like? What is my life like? I can't let these people that don't see me as like them, I can't let them take me down. I'm going to do the best thing that I could do. I'm going to do what's best for me. And I'm going to live life how I feel like it should be lived. And that's what it comes down to when like you're being sabotaged by a lot of people. Honestly, y'all, I'm not even going to lie. I haven't had the easiest life. But one thing I do give myself credit for is that I stay true to myself, even when I'm attractive. Like, even like, that's the thing, y'all. People, this is my encouragement to attractive people. You gotta learn how to stay true to yourself. Don't try to play a script or a role that you're not. If you know you're not about that life, don't do it. That's my advice to attract people, because people try to put an image on you. People try to put a script, or people try to put an expectation on you on how you should be. But at the end of the day, you know how you are. They don't know. They might not know how you fully are, but you know how you are. So act like how you know you are. That's basically what I'm saying. You got to act like you know who you are. And don't let society decide who you are for you. You know who you are. You know what you want. Go for that shit. That's what I'm here to say to like very attractive people that might get down or you know discouraged. Like do your shit, man. Do your shit. You know, do your thing, dude. Be fly, man. Do your thing. If you're nerdy and attractive, be you. If you're clean, dude, you're clean YN and you're attractive, be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to judge nobody. My channel, in this channel, I don't want to judge nobody like that. I'm just here to say, like, live your life, bro. Live it how you feel it should be lived. I don't even, if you feel like and I'm going to tell you straight up, man to man, man to woman. If you feel like my advice is bullshit, don't listen to it. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to listen to what I have to say. Yeah, I'm here to encourage you and tell you my experiences about being attractive and what it's like to be attractive. But I'm also here to tell you, like, live how you think you should live. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from me and all that, but at the end of the day, it's your decision on how you live. All right? So that's the thing. And also in this video, I also want to talk about being, there's such thing as being autistic and also attractive. So I've seen like this trend going around. I don't know if you guys have been following social media or on TikTok and whatnot, but like there's this phenomena going around, and that's actually been around for a very long time. And there's a lot of people saying that they're autistic and attractive. And that is a very real thing, you guys, because I'm also autistic and attractive. You know, socially, I haven't had the best interactions, been alone a lot of my life, middle school, high school, college. Because my social life wasn't the best because I have autism. And, autistic people communicate differently than like your normal Joe. They pick up on cues differently. They're not like, they may not be able to pick up on everything or all the cues, and there's different levels to autism. So autism makes communication and bonds and friendships and dating very complicated. And then you place being attractive on top of that. That's a unique kind of those are just unique challenges that, you know, autistic and attractive people go through. So, and people also sabotage those types of people. And for people that are autistic and attractive, they're going to feel that sabotage from others even deeper, because a lot of autistic people are very sensitive and they can feel people's intentions. They can feel when people are just being a jackass. They can feel when somebody's just being a pain in the ass, basically. So I'm just here to tell you guys, like, there's a different variety of problems, but like being attractive and autistic, that's like a unique set of challenges. But I think being attractive and being autistic, those challenges can intertwine. They can come together. It's almost like they can blend together at the same time, you know? Like also if let's say you're autistic and attractive and you're light skinned, oh, you're going to have it very hard, because you're not only dealing with lookism, like people judge you based on your looks. People judge you on race, like colorism. People judge you even on ableism. So basically, an ableism is basically having the ability to do something. So let's say, people judge, a white blonde girl on her abilities, because there's a stereotype going around, people are saying like, hey, she's a dumb blonde. Hey, she's pretty and she has blonde hair and she's a white girl, but she doesn't know anything. Like, that's a stereotype. And that's a stereotype that's put on a lot of attractive people. A lot of people assume that attractive people are dumb. And so as a result of that stereotype, that's a sabotage in a way. When people assume that you're dumb, they're basically sabotaging you. They're like, oh, I'm going to make his life hard. I'm going to project onto him because I feel this way about him. I'm going to project onto the handsome guy or the pretty woman because I feel this way about him. But, that's what's going to happen when you're very attractive. But you just got to work around that shit and say, man, fuck it. Yeah, man, fuck y'all. Fuck what y'all think. I'm going to do my thing no matter what. Like, that's how you got to be as an attractive person. You got to be like, man, fuck it. Who gives a damn about what they think and who says what? Like, do your shit, bro. If you want to start a business, do your shit. You want to work that nice corporate job that makes 6 figures a year, do your shit, bro. Do your shit. If you want to, if you want to hustle, and I don't want people to hustle, but if you got to do what you got to do to make money, go for it, bro. Do you. Don't let me stop you. Don't let no jealous ass man, jealous ass woman stop you. Do your shit. Who cares about what these people think? Do you, bro. Do you, sis. And that's coming from an attractive person that's been through it, that people rejected, people looked over, people saw me, but they thought like, he ain't nothing. But they were all staring at me when I was walking the hall. Do your shit. Who gives a fuck about what they think? Do you. Do what feels right to you. And damn, you don't even gotta listen to this video. If you don't want to listen to it, cool. But I'm here to tell you, as a person that's trying to encourage you, do your shit, bro. And that's all I gotta say, man. Don't let this sabotage shit get you down, man. You're better than all the sabotage. You above that. You're above that, man. You Mr. Suave, man. You're Miss Cutie, man. I mean, if you're a girl, you're Miss Beautiful. You're Miss Beautiful. And I call the handsome guys Mr. Suaves, man. Y'all Mr. Suaves, man. Y'all suave to me, man. So that's what I'm here to say, man. Like, don't let that stuff get to you. Have a great day. Island Guy 99. Peace.